See, I'm in Tampa right now. You feel me? I'm headed towards a photo shoot. You feel me? I'm fed up with it. Me as somebody who's genuinely passionate about fashion and really loves fashion and started the clothing brand before it was a trend, before it was something cool to do, not for money, literally just so I could make my own clothes and wear my own clothes. I understand that. So I know her. Respect this grandma, man. Shit. I started my brand back in 2022. Back when I first started, there was no information on the internet. So the fact that people like me, you know, Caprice, other content creators are making videos, giving out information about clothing brand, you feel me? That is a blessing in itself, because back when I started in 2022, there was no clothing brand. Maybe there was a couple clothing brand owner interviews from Virgil and shit like that, but you really didn't have nothing. So the number one reason why the clothing brand space is dead, or I would say, you know, it takes more skill now, is because the saturation. There's so much brands that you cannot afford to be just another one of these brands. You have to have something that separates you. Like, these businesses, minimal, you know, they have their own target audience. I'm privileged enough to be able to know a little bit behind their metrics. They're making about $4 million a month from their actual e-commerce store, minimal. So it's very well possible to still have a clothing brand and still eat good off the clothing brand in 2025. The main thing is how are you going to be able to avoid the saturation, and how are you going to be able to stand out in a saturated market? Before I even get started with this video, bro, and telling y'all really what's going on with the clothing brand space, I want to let y'all know the link in the description. If any of y'all wondering what that is, that's if you guys want a chance to apply to be able to work with me and pretty much get one-on-one mentoring. I do not do any type of course. I don't sell any type of course. I believe a lot of courses are bullshit. They just give you filler information, and even if the information is golden, if you don't know how to apply it, it's not really going to be able to be used, you know? So I do offer one-on-one mentorship for I only do 10 people at a time, because honestly it keeps too much. It's too much to keep up with, and it's not even worth the money to take more people. But I do love teaching. I do love helping people. So if you do want help one-on-one with e-com, specifically clothing brand and space, what I have a lot of knowledge in, you can click that link down below and schedule a call, and we'll see if you know, are the right fit to work with me for my mentorship. But the number one problem with people, these clothing brands in 2025, and why the space is dying, is because it's a race to the bottom. Everybody is trying to sell cheap products. If you look through ads, if you just have a burner account and you guys look in the clothing brand space, you'll see a bunch of ads. You click on the website, check out the website, everybody is selling $50 hoodies, $60 hoodies, $40 hoodies. These products are, of course, they're a good price and they sell, but it kills your lifetime value. People are only shopping with you because you're cheap. They don't care about your story. So you might have one drop where you drop a product that's super cheap and it's able to sell. But if you do not build your brand and your identity and actually work and not just make boo-boo products for $40 and put them up and expect to get sales, you will actually find out how to actually get an audience that wants to buy your clothes every month after month. You know what I'm saying? $40 hoodies, whatever you guys are doing, a race to the bottom, just to doing anything to get sales, is the main thing that's killing your brand. You guys need to be able to charge a price and hold that price, because your brand demands respect and your brand calls for status. Your brand delivers status to the people that buy it, to the people that wear it. You feel me? So that's the biggest thing, bro. Make sure your prices is in order, bro. If you charging $40 for a zip up, bro, first of all, I don't know how your margins are even high enough to sell a quality product. It's probably not quality. Which brings me on to the next point of the clothing brand space is dying, is because everybody is using bad quality, cheap stuff, fast fashion, and designs that are made in literally 2 seconds by changing the font, changing the name in the fucking design that the pre-made nigga already made, bro. The pre-made design that a nigga is changing that has another nigga brand on it, that they're just putting your brand on it and selling it to you, that's made in 10 seconds, is the main reason why the clothing brand space is how it is now. There's so many copycat brands, so many brands that are fighting for another brand's identity, that don't even know their own identity, that don't know their own target audience, that are trying to chase and grab market share from all of these other brands' target audience. But they don't realize the customers you're targeting are not loyal, they're trend hoppers. So of course we need the money from trend hoppers, but the way you'll get the money from trend hoppers is by starting the trend, by making something original that gets adopted, that people in turn buy off of you because it's a trend. You have to make the trend. Now if you're trying to steal somebody else's idea and make it your own, bro, I know what Virgil's preached, the 3% rule, but y'all just took that and ran with it too far, bro. Because you cannot expect to do the same thing as somebody else if you're trying to replicate them. Now, if you yourself have a brilliant idea that comes to your mind and you're able to execute on it and do it the first time, which is rare, you feel me? But let's say you are not going to be able to even compare yourself to somebody that copied you, because they're not going to be able to do it to the same level of efficiency and effectiveness that you were able to do it to. So that goes to say, bro, like the quality of the garments, the price of the garments, this fast fashion, everybody having a clothing brand and a race to the bottom so you can get sales is the main problem why the brand space is dying. Now, we can talk about problems all day, or we can talk about what we can do to fix this, bro. Like, bro, because I'm fed up with it. Me, as somebody who's genuinely passionate about fashion and really loves fashion and started the clothing brand before it was a trend, before it was something cool to do, not for money, literally just so I could make my own clothes and wear my own clothes, I understand that the clothing brand space has changed drastically than what it used to be. Like, it's not as much people in it for the passion, it's way more people in it for the profit, which I understand. We all have bills to pay, we all have goals we want to achieve, things we want to buy with this money that we make. But the fact that it's become so fast fashion, trend grabbing bull crap, it's not been able to really, really grow as a community how it was before, where clothes used to mean something. So pretty much building a story behind your brand would be the most, if you're one of those brands, building a story behind your brand would be one of the most crucial things to make sure you survive through this brand drought, through this lack of trust in the industry. And this it took me 9 minutes in the video to say this, but the lack of trust in the industry is an all-time low, bro. It's an all-time fucking low, because these cheap products, these cheap $40 hoodies that people are just throwing up and testing and running pre-orders on and not delivering on their product is in turn making the industry believe our customers, the target audience that we're trying to target as clothing brands, believe that Instagram brands, small businesses, let's not talk about Instagram brands, they're not Instagram brands. Everybody is a small business. Some people are running a hustle. Everybody's a small business. But we are not to be trusted, and we don't ship out fast. So people making these cheap pre-orders, cheap quality, not delivering the mock-up, they're running ads on mock-ups, right? Not even a campaign, not investing no time and money into their brand to making sure they actually have a legitimate campaign. They are running ads on mock-ups. Is diluting the space, and these people, as fast as they come, will be as fast as they leave. So making sure that you building a story with your brand, building a legacy with your brand, because the brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci don't get here by doing fast fashion, not putting time and effort into their brand, not copying what everybody else does. Now, yeah, implement what's working, but, and this is a big asterisk on but, make sure that you're doing it in a innovational way. Everything that ever was a $1 billion idea was never here before. It was an innovation. It was in some type of way improving something that was already, you feel me, working, but made it work better, or brought a new idea, a new innovation. You guys are not thinking like entrepreneurs. You guys are thinking like fucking, I don't know, you know? Maybe monkey see, monkey do. Y'all are thinking like monkeys, you know? That's no racial context on that. Bruh, you know a nigga black. But y'all are thinking like monkeys. Monkey see, monkey do. Y'all not thinking about entrepreneurship and innovation and bringing new ideas to the space and reaping the rewards from that. Bringing a new idea to the space, your content will go crazy. You copying somebody else, keep it a buck, fam. They already seen that. They're gonna swipe just as fast as they seen it. But something that people have never seen before, just looking into for the first time, bruh, they're going to look into that. They're going to stay around. They're gonna watch it a couple times because it's mind blowing. It's innovational. That's why your content isn't doing as well. And I don't even mean to get off topic on why clothing brands are dying in 2025, but it's mainly on the fact that the effort is at an all-time low. The trust is at an all-time low. The amount of brands is at an all-time high. The space right now still has room for a lot of money to be made. And the money that the top 1% of brands are making the majority of the money right now is because they know the market. They understand the market. The people that I'm talking to on a daily basis that own these brands is at the top of the market, that's doing right. You feel me? These are the people that are behind it all. And they understand how the market is going. They understand how to build trust in a low trust market. They understand how to make original products and innovate and capture an audience. This is stuff that all of the new brand owners, the people that want to stick around with, need to understand. This is what you need to understand as a brand owner if you want to stay around and not have your brand be mixed up with this every other brand. You know, so it's a lot, bro. But if you're dedicated and you really want this, you can make it happen. Once again, I said this in the beginning of the video. If you guys do want help with one-on-one mentorship and you guys feel like you need that help, everything I told you in this video, if you apply it, you can make this clothing brand shit happen. But if you feel like you need somebody in your corner, you need somebody to talk to every day and answer your questions like this, and actually be able to have his WhatsApp number and call him and he answer and help you with your brand, give you actionable advice, I'm that person for that. Now I only have 10 spots in this whole thing. This video, at the time of this video, I only have 10 more spots left. Click the link down below if you guys are interested in that. You feel me? I will see if you guys qualify. I'm only working with brands that are actually serious in improving their journey. I don't have time to deal with people that are on the fence. I don't have time to deal with people that do not know if this is what they really want. If you really want to be successful in clothing, man, and this is really what you want, you don't want to blend in with the other brands, click the link below. But I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I will every month be dropping my detailed resource pack, but only to subscribers in my community tab. So click the subscribe button. I will see if you're engaged or not. Only the subscribers will get this, and after I post it up, I post it once a month, and I will delete it after about an hour of it being up. So that will be the link of everything I know, my full resources for free. I have nothing to hold back, bro. Once again, always stay learning, always stay positive, always stay motivated, and always stay working towards your goals. Y'all see I'm in Tampa right now. You feel me? I'm headed towards a photo shoot. You feel me? That's why I had a little time to talk to y'all this whole video. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. We out.